match. Listen. I hustle overtime, attempt to push the culture forward. This that real shit. Make a meal with that little gift. Everybody on a hustle, we can make a real shift. So keep your head up, youngin', and just keep on moving. And if you ain't hustling, then I don't know what you're doing. The time is now. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. Yeah. I gotta write my story. No, you can't have my glory. I'm taking all that's for me. Unapologetic soul.
Pull up, man. I'm your boy Hustle, host of the Unapologetic Hustle, man. We come to you live every Saturday from Globe Life Park from 11 to 1. Powered by Fishbowl Radio Network and Bashani Radio app, man. And I gotta say, man, this Saturday is one for the record books, man. I got a lovely author, man. She is a trailblazer. But I don't want to divulge any of that information because I want you to hear from her vantage point. But you know how we do, man. Every Saturday, tune in from 11 to 1 right here on Fishbowl Radio Network and Bashani Radio app. And I got the homie in the building, man, that's gonna help me do what I do on a normal basis, man. The homie Mr. PL Coulter co-hosting with me again today. What's going on, PL?
Hey, man, it's a pleasure to be back in the building. I'm still recovering from last week's show.
Hey.
So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. It's getting bigger and better every week. Glad to be a part of it.
You know how we do. But without further ado, my special guest today hails from what I call the East Coast, but, over there they break it down even further, the terms of DMV and Maryland and Virginia or DC. You pick your flavor. So I'm sure she's interested in some of that go-go music and some of the food and delectables in the area. But we're here to talk about her and what she's aspiring to do and being a trailblazer that she is. So, my following, my crew, my loyal citizens, help me welcome to the hustle none other than Miss Rachiel Renea, author and podcast extraordinaire. How are you today, ma'am?
I am wonderful, Marcus. How are you?
I'm getting there. It's Saturday. The hustle is real, and I enjoy these pull-ups. So definitely looking forward to get into this conversation with you. So how things over there on the East Coast?
Cold. Cold. I woke up. It was 45 degrees. I said, I quit. I quit.
Hey, I can't say that I miss it, but I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. We know we're a chilly 67 today, down here in the DFW, but I won't gloat too much. We haven't hit below 50 yet.
Thank you.
So, no, thank you for giving us the opportunity to, have some of your time and be able to talk about your journey. So, but as every guest has to go through this round table of what I call the words. So, I'm going to throw 4 words at you and I want you to display or say the first thing that comes to mind. All right.
Okay.
All right. First word, unapologetic.
Hustle.
Yes, sir. Second word. Second word. Hustle.
Flow.
Oh, okay.
All right, Tennessee in the house.
Next word. Legacy.
Me.
Oh. We're going to have to touch on that one. Last word, final word. Destination.
Jesus.
Okay. I like that. So I said, yo, you said me. Let's elaborate on that a little bit. Why did me come to mind?
I'm stage. I'm writing the legacy. It is so.
you are writing the legacy. It is so. So when you say you're writing, so how do you translate that into the actionable items, or are you just speaking in the aspect of actually authoring books?
I mean, point blank, period. Everything about me, everything that God has given me, it's a legacy. It because He said it, it is so.
Wow. Wow, that's big. That's big. So my followers are new to who you are. So I want to take a step back and I want you to elaborate on who is Rachiel Renea. Give us some insight into who you are. What is Rachiel Renea about?
Where do we begin?
Let's start at the beginning.
So I am definitely a woman of faith. Anyone who knows me, that's when you see me, that's the first thing you're gonna realize and recognize a woman of faith. The next thing you'll see is that I'm a mother. I'm a mother of three beautiful children. I have a 14-year-old son, an 11-year-old daughter, and a soon-to-be 2-year-old toddler. So I'm a mother. I am also the author of But I'm Distracted. I am the founder and president of Blossom for Purpose. And I am working on a production company as well.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Wow. So the motherhood piece, which is beautiful in its own way. Shout out to all the mothers out there. Especially my mama. Mama, if you tuning in, I love you. But let's talk about what motivates you. What motivated you to start the journey of these businesses or these entities? How did that come to be?
I believe that each and every one of us, we have a divine purpose. We are destined for greatness, but we have to go through storms to get there. My storms taught me to be a better person, and it taught me to be the woman that I am on today. So through that, my divine destiny was created. I don't want anyone to have to repeat the things that I've gone through. So my job is to tell you what those avenues look like should you choose to travel down those same roads. Don't take those routes.
Wow.
I've already done that for you.
Right. That's big. I can definitely relate to that. As far as the education aspect, right? We all have the path that we walk, and there are certain potholes and pitfalls and distractions that jump out as you're traveling down this road, and oftentimes they're the lessons that we learn that we should use to educate those that are following behind. You know what I mean? So I definitely relate to that. So could you, if you're comfortable, what are some of the things that you have come across in your journey that you actually had to take a step back and that you're trying to inform others that, hey, you can do it this way. I've already tried this route, but you can navigate around this and move forward. What does that look like for you?
I believe that as a woman, as a female, we're from childhood, we're taught that our purpose is to be a wife. So we spend so many days, so many years of our lives looking for the one. And society has their idea of what that looks like, to what you should look like and how you should be to get the one. And on this journey, I've learned through many failed relationships, children out of wedlock, that's not the way. Jesus has provided the way for us in the Bible. All we got to do is put our nose in the Bible and read exactly what the way looks like, because Jesus said, I am the way. And you learn exactly the steps you got to take in order for you to become that, well, to prepare for your husband. So I've learned that, being single is a preparation for your spouse, if that's what you so desire. Not just that, but I've also, and I think for me that probably was like the biggest realm for me.
Okay.
Being, dealing with promiscuity, uh, again, the failed relationships. I've been involved in a relationship that just one relationship that was had domestic abuse in it, and it lasted very short. But just those, to someone else it may not be much, but
Mm-hmm.
for me, having to go through those battles brought on the anxiety and depression and put me at an all-time low where I felt like I had no way out.
Right.
But I had to learn who I was and my identity in Christ in order for me to understand what it looks like to live this life, to
Mm.
go along this journey.
Mm. Um. Yeah. The domestic violence piece is something that definitely um is within the community, and I'm grateful that you came out on the other side wholeheartedly. That speaks to your strength and your resolve for not succumbing to a situation or circumstance. Um, can you talk to me about the the mindset or the, I guess if you can pinpoint a defining moment that you were like, hey, this is what I need to do in order to move forward, because what I have done is not. And I understand the biblical aspect and the faith piece, which is tremendous. But even in holding on those words, faith without works is dead. So
Oh yeah.
what were the work pieces, those tangible pieces that people, for myself, I always hear faith without works is dead, but nobody ever touches on what were the tangible things that you actually did to make the work come forward so that you can hold on to and strengthen the faith. You know what I mean? So like, I want people to understand what that was like. If you can elaborate on that, I don't want to have you revisit times that were tough, but I think it's key for people to understand that there are certain things you can do to get out of your situation.
Mhm. Honestly, the biggest thing is choice.
Mm.
We all have a choice to make. And sometimes we just choose to be where we are because that's what we want to do. We want to wallow in the, oh, look at me, no one cares about me. This is all I can do. This is it. It doesn't get better than this. We want enough people to look at us and see us.
Right.
And we want we want that attention.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a tendency, I believe, as just just being stuck, just being stuck because it's like, um, out of fear, a lot of times fear, and definitely fear will hold you back from a lot of things in life. But, and I know you may not want to hear or not you so per se, but people may not want to hear the whole faith piece,
Mm-hmm.
but that's it. That's it. When you don't know who you are, you choose to be stuck. When you don't know who you are, you choose to walk in fear. When you don't know whose you are, you don't know the protection that you have to be able to step away, to walk away, to say that I am better than this. I can do better than this. I'm worth more than this.
Wow. Wow. That was deep. That was deep.
It's that.
It is, and it's something that needs to continue to be communicated. So, um, I want to kind of fast forward just a little bit. You spoke on uh very proudly about the motherhood aspect, that you have beautiful kids. What has that journey, because to deal with those circumstances in itself is one thing, but to have people that depend on you, and then you're faced with that adversity as well, what has that been like? And can you I mean, I don't know the ages. Again, I don't know the history or anything like that. But how has that transition been? Because I know sometimes you see it in movies, right? You see where mothers have to put on a smile, and like act like everything is okay, and then they'll go into a closet or into a room and then just break down crying, so their kids don't see or not see them as strong as they're used to seeing, right?
Correct.
How has that process been for you in your walk per se?
Unlike a Hallmark channel, I'm a transparent mother.
Wow.
And I feel like my kids were a burden. They were in the way. I was just, my thoughts were, if only I could, if only they would, if only, and then I had to take a step back and realize they didn't have to be here, and they belong to me, and I have a job to do. I have to train them and prepare them for what's to come, because if I don't do it, the world's going to do it. So as I grew, I said, you know what? Let us learn together. So we all know that children are a reflection of whatever they're around.
Absolutely.
So my babies are yelling and screaming and throwing stuff, and I'm just looking like, what's wrong with y'all? Well, where's the mirror? Because that's what you're doing. You doing that. So how about you stop doing that, and they'll stop doing that. Right. So it's time for me to grow up. It's time for me to grow up, and it's time for me to put on my big girl shoes and be a grown woman and show these children what right looks like. So many people will tell you, Rachel, she don't cry. But my kids will tell you she is a crybaby. Listen, Mama's having a hard day today. Oh, what's wrong? Some things happened at work. And they just rubbed me the wrong way. And I'm not too happy. So I can't really think, well, I'm going to need some of your help. Well, Mama, what do you need help with? I might need you guys to help me, with washing some dishes. I might need you to help me, fold some clothes. I just need a minute. And I said, some days when you're at school, the teacher frustrates you and you just need a minute to yourselves. Yes. Okay. Can I have that same minute? Yes. Okay. Just give me a couple minutes. And then once I, get myself together, I'm going to come back, and then we can have a popcorn that I'm moving at, because I need your guys' strength right now, right? Because I'm one, So I just learned that just being transparent allows them to understand that, no, every day's not going to be a good day. Every day won't be perfect. And they're so quick to tell me, but Mama, you said everything ain't going to be perfect, and you get mad at me because I'm not having a good day. All right, I don't need you checking me like that. Right. So, so let's approach it a little bit different. Give me 5 minutes so I can regroup, because I'm tripping and you tripping too. So, but okay, well, we're growing and we're learning together. So whatever I learned, I had to share with them, because again, if I don't teach them, the world's going to teach them. They're going to embarrass me, and I'm going to be ashamed of how come you didn't. Right. So they motivate me to do better for them. Absolutely.
I resonate with that 100%. Having, which we haven't touched on, but you're a proud service member as well, and we'll speak on that as well. But just understanding some of the things that we go through as service members, and have gone through, things that we've seen,
right,
and how that actually messes with the mental state, and certain things trigger that, right? It could be a TV show, it could be a commercial, it could be a sound, it could be whatever. And being able to be transparent with not only with your kids but with your family, right? Just those that are around you, to say, hey, today is not the best day, and this is why. And it gives them the context to understand, versus, oh, mommy and daddy are just mean. They just yell. They just do. They just do all this, right? And they take on those same attributes. But I had an individual that related to me to the movie. What is it called? With all the emotions. I can't think of the name of it, but there's anger, there's sadness, there's joy, there's all these.
Oh, that's the cartoon.
Yeah, but I can't think of the name of it, but we watch it all the time, and I tell my girls, like, hey, you know how in this movie, anger, just something happened and he just went he's on fire, like, or something happened and then sadness came, and that's what we all have, right? So that's what we have, those same emotions, and it helps me to communicate to them that someday I may be happy, someday I may be angry because of what something happened, but they understand that you have the complexity of all of those things to go forward. But it's the communication aspect that I've really learned to be transparent with in those instances, and I commend you for that, because you definitely don't see that happen often, and I think it brings a different dynamic to the parenting aspect, right? Because now your kids are checking on you in some cases, right? Hey, are you okay? You're not in silence and suffering by yourself. It's like, hey, you can bring me out of this when you identify it as well. And I think I definitely want to commend you on being transparent in that nature, because we need it. We definitely need it.
We do.
Yeah. So I led to it a little bit. So how long have you been in service? I wanna go there.
What year is it? So I've been in for, hold on, because like for okay, so I think it's been 13 years.
13.
It's been 13 years.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
thank you for your service and your commitment to the country and the people within it. I know firsthand that we don't take it lightly, and continue to push on. Do you see yourself reaching the illustrious 2-0?
Every time I say, okay, Lord, this is it, like, oh, no. I solemnly swear.
Right. Taking that oath over and over again, huh? I understand. I had to tap out at 17.
Oh, you were so close.
I was so close, but for me it was a lot of personal, and then I never wanted to put my soldiers and those individuals that I led in any compromising positions, because my mentality had changed, right? And then that can be dangerous. I've seen leaders that held on for so long, trying to get to 20 plus years, you know what I mean, trying to attain a certain rank, and it didn't work well within the units. So I never wanted to put those that looked up to me in that situation. And when I felt myself get to that point, I was like, it's time for me to go, because there are more lives and more families at stake, because of my decisions that I make at that point. So I had to tap out at 17.
That's fair.
Yeah. So let's go to the kids. So do you see your kids kind of following in some of the things that you do? You mentioned several things that you do as far as groups, organizations, and in the book and so on. Are your kids gravitating towards any of those things?
No, they're just not. So my son, that's 14, he's sports. I'm athletic. I love sports. That's my moneymaker.
Yeah.
So he's I don't care what ball you give him. He is amazing at the sport. So like right now he's at Virginia at an AAU tournament this weekend.
Wow.
Yeah. That's my baby. And then my daughter, she's really artsy. She loves to draw, and she does an amazing job. But I love that, because they're who they are. They're
Yeah.
who they are. That's what I want. I don't want them to do anything for me. And I preach that all the time. No, I'm not going to tell you who to be. I'm not going to tell you what to do. As far as, what you expect to do in when you become an adult, but I will guide to make sure that you're along the right path as to where it is you're trying to go.
Right. Right. That's amazing. Yeah. I have a couple money makers in my crew. I have a big crew. And they tell me all the time, like, well, I challenge them. I was like, I did my time. I got my hustles. Y'all can't have my money after this point. So y'all have to find a way to make it happen. So find your own way to college, find your own way, and if you can't find a way, I'll be your backup plan. But
Okay.
don't look for the free handout. You got to go get it.
Okay.
Whether it's academically, sports, or a combination of both.
Right.
Make it work. And
Right. Activate.
yeah, they're activating for sure, and they're holding me to the fire. They really are. They like, I'm like, well, what's your plan? And they'll come with a whole plan that they wrote out. I'm like, oh snap, they're actually listening. So, yeah, it's amazing. So I commend you on that as well. Don't force them to anything.
Right.
Allow them to find themselves, and then they will actually pull from your story and your journey, and then you'll see them gravitate towards those things here in the future as well.
Right.
So you say your son, he's doing an AAU basketball right now.
Right now.
What are and you say any sport, he's just amazing at it.
Amazing. When I tell you, I would get text messages, phone calls, inboxes on Facebook. Whose team is he going to be on this year? Because we want him on our team. Is he still playing next year? I'm getting calls from the gym. The coaches are trying to figure out whose team you're putting your baby on this year because I'm amazing.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's a good problem to have. And, indeed. So let's shift a little gears. I wanna talk about the book and how that came to be, and we'll sit there for a minute. And so how did it come about? I mean, did something just you were riding one day and you like, hey, I'm gonna write a book? Like how did this whole author aspect of your life come to be?
So I have written 5 books that I have not published. And every time I got ready to, this is the book, I'm going to publish it. People will read it. This is really good. I can't wait for you to publish it. And the Holy Spirit was like,
Wow.
You're not books. So I'm like, well, that's not fair. I've put all this time and effort into writing these books. I want to publish my books. And I never forget, I moved from North Carolina because I'm a North Carolinian. That's where I'm originally from. So I moved from Charlotte to Missouri in 2015. And after I got there, the Lord dropped in my spirit the title of the book and the chapters. I've been a writer all my life. Like I love to write. And I said, what's this? So on my own, I tried to, put some words on paper, and I said, this doesn't make any sense. I just stopped. So during that time, after I was given the chapters of the book and the title of the book, I went through hell. It was so much that had took place. And I said, I don't know what the reason for this storm. I said, but God on the other side better be an amazing blessing. So after the storm, I began to do some research on what it looks like to put this book together. I was sitting at home and I was watching TVN. I was introduced to the network TVN, and I began to say, I would love to be on TVN. This is like a pretty good network.
Right.
And fast forward, I had my son. That was that wasn't supposed to happen, but it did. So I had my baby, he'll be 2 in October. I got pregnant with him, gave birth to him, and I left from Missouri and I moved to Maryland. Got to Maryland and went through another storm. At the end of that storm, that's when God gave me the nonprofit, the vision for the nonprofit. After he gave me the vision for the nonprofit, which he gave to me in 2015, initially, COVID-19 hit. COVID-19 hit, and I was like, oh, this is nice. We just stayed at home for a couple of weeks. I'm about to relax. And the Holy Spirit came to me and said, remember you told me that if you had some time, you would do some work for me? And I was like, I did, didn't I? Go to your computer. And I kid you not, I sat and I wrote my book within 24 to 48 hours.
Wow.
The Holy Spirit had given me bits and pieces of this book over the years. I didn't know it. I would just hear things in my spirit, and I would just begin to put it in my notes in my phone or put it on paper somewhere. But I kept all the papers and everything together. When I got to my desk, I began to highlight, cut and paste, and put things together. And I looked and I said, wow, I have a book. He said, but it's not my book. This is your book. And I said, well, what do you mean? So I'm going through the pages and I'm like, okay, I need to put some stuff about me right here and me. He said, no, take you out of there. This isn't about you. This is to help someone else to learn about me. So once the book was written in 24 to 48 hours, months later, we got to the about the author section of the book. He said, see this section? This is about you. So, okay. So I put my information there, closed the book up, and I said, I'm going to self-publish. Self-published. And a week or two after I self-published, I was on the internet, and TBN has this ad, and they're like, who's written a book? And I was like, oh, look, there's TBN. I contacted TBN, and TBN asked for a manuscript of my book. I sent the manuscript over, and they said, we love this book. We want to publish this book. I said, well, I've already self-published. They were like, no, we can give you a broader network. We want to publish this book. Okay. Okay. So can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
When TBN told me how much it was going to cost to publish my book, see, I just believe that, everything's about timing.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that you do that God hasn't introduced to you prior to it happening. So I said, Lord, if this is you, I need you to confirm it in 3 ways. I need you to first give me the funds for this. The lady told me, you have a week. I said, I can't do it in a week. Give me 60 days. I said, God, if this is you. And I asked him several times different ways to confirm this was him. And one day my daughter and I, we were sitting together. We were reading the scriptures and opened my Bible up to Jeremiah 29. And we all know the whole famous Jeremiah 29 for, God knows the plan he has for your life. So I opened my Bible up and I said, open your Bible up. And she opens her Bible. I said, where are you at? She said, Jeremiah 29. I was like, get the heck out of here. I said, okay. So I kid you not, I had within 60 days, not even 60, it was less than 60 days, I had the money to pay for the publishing of my book. And again, God had confirmed to me that this is me, move forward. If that's not a blessing, then I don't know what is.
Right. That's amazing. That's amazing. So you went from self-publishing to TBN like, no, you're not self-publishing. We're going to publish for you.
Yeah. Like, okay. Okay.
Wow. That's amazing. So how, real quick, tell the people how they can actually get your book and the title of your book, and then we'll get into what the book is actually about.
The book is titled, this is the first edition. And it's the first edition because we changed up 1 or 2 things with TBN in the second edition. So this is my edition of But I'm Distracted. The awesome part is that I'll actually be on the cover of the book that TBN will be publishing as well. So, which which is frowned upon because they don't like new authors or new people to be on the cover of their book because people won't pick them up if they don't recognize them. So the book is titled, excuse me, but I'm Distracted, and it has not hit the stores just yet. So we are in the editing stages right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking between November, December, the book should be published. But once it is published, it will be available on Amazon, Books A Million, wherever you can get a book. It'll be available in hard copy, soft copy, ebook. It'll also be available on my website, rachielrenea.co, and on my Facebook page, Rachiel Renea, and that's Renea. Oh, and Rachel is spelled special too, Rachiel.
Yeah, make sure you get that one because yeah, I messed up on that. I did. I was moving too fast. I'm like, oh, she's like, you didn't do that right. It's like, I'm sorry. I was doing too many things at one time, man.
It happens. It's okay.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, book is coming soon, people. But you know how you can follow her. You can follow her. You have a YouTube page as well, correct?
I do. I have a Rachiel Renea YouTube channel.
Yeah, so make sure you go subscribe, hit the like button to get that notification for all the things that she has coming up in videos that she posts as well. So follow on her social media platforms. Support this young woman in her venture and her journey. If you haven't already grasped that the journey is not about her. The things that she's doing is to feed and provide for the community. It's for the people.
Right.
That's right.
And it's very genuine. And I guess that's why normally I'm really, really hype and amping here, but she has this calming thing about her story that just has me in here kind of relaxed. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, something that she said in the opening seconds of the show that blew me away, and I'm still kind of there. When you played word association and you said destination, and she said Jesus.
Yeah.
And we've done a lot of shows together, and that was the first time I heard that answer. And my question to you, Miss Renea, is, was there a pivotal moment? Was there an encounter? Was there what made that the ultimate destination? Because even with some of the most staunch business people that Marcus has had come through here, I haven't heard that answer. So I was just curious as to what may have happened to make that the destination point, other than, fame, fortune, or some of the other things.
I'm going to be honest with you. When you have Jesus, whatever you want, whatever you need, all that comes along with it. Yes. So I've done things my way for so many years. And I'm also a songwriter. I have a song that the lyrics are, I give up. I let you take over because my way ends up wrong. I give up. I give it all to you. I surrender. We can all attest that when we do things the way we want to do it, it just falls apart. It falls apart and you find yourself more and more hurt. When I did things his way, I found peace. I found favor, grace, mercy. So I said, you know what? What's the worst that can happen? I've already done all the damage, and in me doing all this extra damage, he's continued to show grace, to show mercy.
Wow.
I am blown away by just the like you said, the maturity, the calmness in her spirit.
Yeah,
it resonates even through the camera.
It does. It's one of those things that you just look and you feel it's like, okay, I can't do anything but be chill,
right,
and listen.
Yes,
you know what I mean. Like there's no ruckus, there's no nothing. There's like, I gotta take this in.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
I mean, if you had checked my track record like 10 years ago, they'd be like, that ain't the same person. She ain't, no.
Right. I mean, but that's the beauty of the journey, though,
Right.
because, even if you look at my track record even 4 years ago, and you be like,
Mhm.
that's not the same dude.
Right.
He's doing this, and this, or trying to do this, and none of it's ever worked. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I've had several failures, but the thing that's kept me going and that's got me to this point is that in all of those failures, there's been lessons that I actually paid attention to and learned from, and learned how to move forward and beyond what those things that caused me to fail.
Right, and you and Miss Renee have that in common. You have that calming effect as well, where people kind of chill down a little bit, and wouldn't guess in a million years some of the stories that you probably could tell us about your past, because you have no smell of smoke on you at all.
Right.
You know, and neither does Miss Renee. So like, I'm always happy to have a front row seat here at the Unapologetic Hustle, especially today, from two people who are living their truths and walking in it, like tangibly walking in it.
Yeah. My mantra is that I don't do this for me.
You said that to me off camera before. Yeah.
I don't do this for me.
And he doesn't. Yeah.
It's for people, and if I have been fortunate enough to create something to actually help elevate and bring, notoriety to individuals that are doing things in the community that need to be spoken on, then I'm doing what I'm called to do. I'm walking in my purpose, right? I know that that's what my purpose. Yeah, that's my work. I go hard so that other people can have an opportunity as well. So,
Absolutely.
that is me. Yeah, that is me. Yo, my peoples, man. Look, I normally I've been in here like in fan mode, so I'm sorry I ain't been shouting y'all out, but y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Hustle, man. We come to you every Saturday from 11 to 1, man. Right here on the Fishbowl Radio Network and Bashani Radio app.
They listening too.
Yeah, they listening. I mean, my guest today, man, she is amazing.
Yes,
and
phenomenal.
I've been in here just like watching. Like
Yeah, me
I'm supposed
too.
to be in here talking and interviewing.
Soaking up that wisdom.
Yeah, and I'm in here like a fanboy, like Miss
No,
Rachiel
that's
Renea.
my job, man. I'm the fan guy. You keep the interview going. Let me fandom over here.
Look, I'm in here fanboy mode. I'm like, goodness.
That doesn't happen often.
No, it doesn't. And she
This is
has
a
me
special
fanboy.
day.
This is a special day. It's a special day for real. I appreciate it. I really do. But you know how we do every Saturday, man. We gotta pay some bills. We gotta pay bills. Y'all know where I'm at, Globe Life Park, and these lights, they're bright and expensive. So we gonna take a quick moment, pay some bills, man, and we'll come back at the top of the hour. Keep it locked right here, Unapologetic Hustle with your boy Hustle, man. We'll be right back.
Bounce. 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 Thank you, God, for continuing to bless me. Bounce. Bounce. We levitating your greatness, you hear me? Jones. 25 down, yeah, I hit a quarter. I'm a big dog going hard in every quarter. Make sure you can swim if you come up in that water. Mama always say you gotta finish what you started. God, family, get to the money in that order. If you ain't talking levitation, it ain't important. I'm important, my everything that you recorded. Can't have no fix around, so we can endorse it. Shout out my supporters, I'm building up my fortune. Y'all building up your cloud while I'm building up my fortune. My head up in the clouds, I've been up here for a while. I ain't never coming down, cause up here I've been rolling. Busting through your ceilings, now I can't be closed in. Every shot I put up, guaranteed it always goes, and I'm golden. Yeah, I'm on 5, you haven't noticed. I ball in the spur of the moment, the model rosing. I ain't come to play, hey, I ain't come to wait, hey, I ain't come to fake, I came to eat up everything. How you keep up with the pace? I just counted all the grace. Got me running up my fade, and I ain't never pressing brakes, hey, hey, you might want to get up on my way, hey, hey, cause I see millions on the way. I ain't never going back, cause I had a little taste. See, the hunger never stops, I just fix another plate like that. 25 down, yeah, I hit a quarter. I'm a big dog going hard in every water. Make sure you can swim if if you come up in that water. Mama always say you gotta finish what you started. God, family, get to the money in that order. If you ain't talking levitation, it ain't important. I'm important, my everything is recorded. Can't have no face around, sorry, can't endorse. Sitting by the keys, scheming on $250,000. Wanna throw my mama fire, this is for the bills. Rolling around, windows down, let the music spill. Late night swearing all through Elysian Fields. Take a L in a while, now I know I'm in the drought. Brody sent the way to the money, I'm already en route. Shout out money, making rhyme, 6 robbery fully equipped. Magi ballin' on these niggas, Brody got the money clips. That's what coming from my lips, feeling like evangelist. Y'all bars ain't moving nobody like paralysis. I abstain from negativity, but getting out the savages. Going against the squad is blasphemous, you don't wanna make that accident. Man of the year, man of the year. Not forever be the man till the day I disappear. And even after that, I will always persevere. I get that extra shine from above like a chandelier. I would never fear nothing, we can breathe the same air as me. Apparently being real is becoming a rarity. Can't relate to none of these boys, there's no similarities. It's the recipe for legacy, I know that I'll forever be the man. Lose me 5 now, yeah, I hit a quarter. I'm a big dog going hard in every water. Make sure you can swim if you come up in that water. Mama always say you gotta finish what you started. God, family, get to the money in that order. If you ain't talking levitation, it ain't important. I'm important, my everything is recorded. Can't have no face around, sorry, can't endorse. Yeah, sorry, can't endorse. Nah, sorry, can't endorse. Oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, hey, bounce.
Yo, guess who's back? Yes, it's your favorite radio personality, Suge Pillow Talk and the Pillow Talk Show. We're back, we're bigger and better than ever. Are you ready to jump in with us? Tune in every Thursday night from 7 to 9 for a night of turn-up conversations about love, life, fashion, and social issues. And don't forget about the dopest playlist. So let's jump in.
Podcasters and internet radio hosts, it's time to take your show to the next level. Hi, my name is Sammy G, a 30-plus year radio broadcasting veteran, public speaker, and voiceover artist. And for the last 11 years, now the proud owner of Fishbowl Radio Network, the largest and most listened to streaming platform and radio station facility of its kind. 2 years ago, I created a proprietary system to help podcasters and internet radio hosts learn how to program their show like the pros, build a constantly growing and loyal fan base, and monetize their show. I teach this system every 6 weeks via Zoom to individuals all over the world. The Behind the Mic Masterclass is 6 one-hour classes that will finally take your show to the next level. Call today, 817-633-4880, 817-633-4880, and reserve your seat for the next Behind the Mic Masterclass.
On September 11th, 2001, nearly 3,000 Americans lost their lives, including hundreds of first responders who stepped up when our country needed them the most. We're seeing that same bravery from our frontline workers who risked their lives battling an invisible enemy. The sense of unity displayed in the days following 9/11 and during our current crisis exemplifies the strength of our national character and inspires us to honor the legacy of those lost as well as those who still lead the charge.
Hello, we are It's About the Kids Incorporated. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization that operates out of Dallas, Texas.
Our mission is to focus on the kids of today who will become the youth of tomorrow and the adult of the future. Today, tomorrow, the future.
Empowering the community one family at a time.
You can reach us at all social media platforms at It's About the Kids or online at www.itsaboutthekids.org.
Where we mentor a child, save a life.
Hi, this is Diane Marion Eunice, and I am a licensed marriage and family therapist. For the past 9 years, I have worked with over 300 couples in the areas of sexual health, communication, and conflict resolution. If you are interested in rebuilding connection and intimacy with your partner, please contact me today. I can be reached at 682-201-8175, or you can email me at diane@letstalkrelationships.org, or visit my website at www.letstalkrelationships.org. And remember, you can't heal if you refuse to deal.
The 46th Annual Harambee Festival. This year's theme, Seeing the Future in Our Children. The festival will proceed on October 31st, 2020 as planned, just in a different format due to COVID-19. Local families and those from surrounding cities will receive free treat bags, care packages during the drive-through giveaway, and participate in early voting, starting at 10:30 a.m. until supplies last. Held at the MLK Jr. Community Center located at 2922 MLK Boulevard, Dallas, Texas, 75215. Donations are welcome. Be sure to follow us on Facebook for our live stream of music, poetry, culture, and more. For info, call 214-978-7164 or visit HarambeeDallas.org.
Right now, we all might feel a little disconnected. For seniors living alone with smaller social circles, feelings of loneliness and isolation can feel overwhelming. But there's something we can all do to help. Connect with your older loved one virtually and have the conversation of a lifetime with StoryCorps Connect. Anyone can conduct an interview, and every interview will be archived at the Library of Congress, becoming part of American history. Connect, honor, share at StoryCorpsConnect.org/AARP. A message from AARP, StoryCorps, and the Ad Council.
Fishbowl Radio Network. USBRN.US. Your voice matters. Jump in.
Yes, sir. How you expect to be great, but your hustle don't match. Listen. I hustle overtime, attempt to push the culture forward. This that real shit, make a meal with that little gift. Everybody on a hustle, we can make a real shift. So keep your head up, youngin', and just keep on moving. And if you ain't hustling, then I don't know what you're doing. The time is now. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. Yeah. I gotta write my story. No, you can't have my glory. I'm taking all that's for me. Unapologetic.
Man, yo, we back at it, man. It's your boy Hustle, host of the Unapologetic Hustle, man. We come to you live every Saturday from 11 to 1 right here at Globe Life Park, powered by Fishbowl Radio Network and Bashani Radio app, man. Today has been amazing, man. It's been a calm amazing. You know what I mean? It's been a real calm amazing. I gotta say, I feel like I done had some Zen tea, just sitting here soaking it all up.
Yes.
But
that's a perfect analogy, bro.
Absolutely, man. But y'all know how we do, man. We at the top of the second hour, man. I got my boy PL in the building, man. PL, what's good?
Man, checking in for duty, enjoying the front row seat.
Man, you know how we do, and we have an amazing guest, man.
Yes.
A beautiful queen.
Yes.
By the name of Rachiel Renea, author, foundation, organizations, and mother of, as she says, the money maker.
Yes.
You know, doing big things. Yeah. But ultimately, you know, a child of Christ. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Welcome back to the show, man. Welcome back to the show. How are you doing? Cause I'm like, how are you keeping it together? You just like
look like brand new money.
Brand new money. You know, I feel like I done got whooped by Bruce Lee. Just calm. Just a calm.
Right.
whooping.
Like she know it's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Right. She's like, well, that's true. It is.
I mean, it's gonna be all right. It will be
a pleasure to have her on today.
Absolutely. But yeah, y'all welcome back. None other than Miss Rachiel Renea, and we'll get back into this discussion, man. I'm blown. I really am. Like the way she articulated the journey. Right, not focusing on the negative of the journey, but the pieces that it took to overcome the journey
with such transparency and grace.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's the all defining moment. You know what I'm saying? Like that sense of peace in the delivery and understanding that part of her walk was necessary to mold her to what she is now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that, you can't take that lightly.
And the fact that someone who doesn't know me would be so transparent in going through, step by step, some of their missteps, so that me or maybe my children don't have that misstep.
Right.
That's the ultimate act of selflessness.
Absolutely. So, Miss, can I call you Double R?
I was thinking that earlier.
I gotta hype it up a little bit. You got me in here.
Because she got a little swag, yeah.
Can I call you Double R? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's my personal brand. That's my logo, Double R.
All right. So we can kind of,
I gotta put a little life back into me. You got me over here like I feel like I've been sipping on some Zen tea for real. I'm about to got lavender, all up in the room.
We gotta have us thinking about some things in here.
Yeah,
life choices.
Life choices, man. That's what it is. So Double R, man. Yo, what? What's next? I've learned where you come from. What are you currently doing that people can tune into? What's going on in your neck of the woods?
So look, kicking off in January, we're putting our nonprofit out there, Blossom for Purpose. Blossom for Purpose is a nonprofit organization for single mothers and daughters. And it goes back to the whole, I've already done it, you don't have to do it too.
Right.
Providing the mentorship to these girls, because social media has their platform, but we need a real platform where these girls can they can see the real. It's not about putting yourself out there in the manner that the world tells you to. It's a way to conduct yourself. Teaching these young girls what it means to be a woman and how to take care of themselves, how to prepare for what's to come. I noticed that, especially for my children, when I look at what they're doing in school, what they're learning and the different clubs, I'm like, y'all missing some stuff.
Right.
I remember in elementary school talking about career choices. And I think there was this program called Junior Achievement. They would come around to the schools and they would say, well, what do you want to do when you get older? And they had some kind of like little survey, a kid like survey that you would take, and you would circle in, bubble in your answers and be like, oh, I could be a teacher, or, just really, really inspiring me to want to be more. And I feel like society has taken that and replaced it with, you don't need this, you need this, but that's not what it is. So we want to put that back into these young girls and help them to really, truly develop. Not just that, but as a mom of 3, never been married, I want to be able to provide skills that I personally utilize when it comes to my children that I've learned along the way, and share those same skill sets with women that feel like giving up or feel like this is too much, or maybe new mothers who are new to being single because they may have just gone through a divorce. So just sharing with them some idea as to how they can maintain. We also have a finance workshop that we're going to also start and introduce to our younger. We're going to start with the tweens and teens. So they will be able to learn what it looks like to take care of your credit, not getting a credit card and going wow like we did when we were 18.
Right.
And preparing themselves financially now for their tomorrow, understanding what it means to take your dollar and tithe 10% of that, or put something towards offering, what it means to take your dollar and after you tithe it, put it into savings and work towards something, have a goal in mind, and build your goal with your objectives and work to get there financially. Start with the basics. What does it mean to write a check? What does it mean to make a deposit? What is it? You can't tell me what credit is if I don't even know where to start.
Right.
So we're definitely going to implement all the basics and finance workshops, starting with, like I said, tweens and teens, and then we'll start to maneuver over to the mothers. That's
awesome. That definitely an avenue that is definitely needed some attention. It's amazing that, and when you said that, talking about check writing, it made me think of a lot of the videos and memes of kids of this generation trying to use rotary phones. stuff like, things that
The
that
rotary
were
phone.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
easy. They don't know what it's like to have a phone that you got to have a 150-foot cord to walk around the house. You know,
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
Like some of those things. So it's
And
like
those cords signal prosperity.
hey,
the longer the cord,
the longer you could be outside and you know what I mean. That was the cell phone.
That
you know
was
what I
the
mean?
cell phone, right?
You
The
know,
long cord.
long cord. And what it's like to take that phone and then hold the cord up or hold the cord up and let the phone dangle so you can unwind it all the way.
You just took us way back with that one, Marcus.
Hey, I mean, but that's real. That's what I you know.
That's
But
how we grew
it
up.
was in that time. It was before that I would hear my aunts and uncles talking about, we in school all we had was reading, writing, and arithmetic. You know what I mean? Like now it's a whole bunch of other stuff. But I love the fact that the foundation is getting back to the basics, because they don't go through those processes of check writing. They don't go through the processes of balancing, your checkbook or your account or anything like that, because so much of it is digital.
Yes.
So much of it is fast paced. When you write a check, it doesn't mean that you wrote a check and you can go out and spend the money, because the check ain't even made it to the bank yet. You know what I mean?
learned early.
Lessons. I mean, it's simple stuff.
Lesson learned early. Yeah.
Man, what's the NSF fee like? Like my son. Full disclosure,
Full
right?
disclosure.
So my son, it's like, Dad, why I get hit with this? Cause you went out and you spent money that you didn't have, that you thought you had, cause you looked at the digital aspect of not knowing that. You
Some ain't cleared yet, yeah.
You went and swiped it at Foot Locker before, other stuff had cleared. So we learned what those fees were,
Real
bright
quick,
and early.
yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So how can, I know you said January, but how can individuals get in touch with you to support some of these efforts that you have coming to the community in any way possible?
They can follow me right now on Blossom for Purpose on Facebook as well as Instagram. And we have began to share information there.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So Blossom for Purpose on Instagram and Facebook.
Yes.
Is it the number 4 or 4 spelled out?
FOR.
FOR.
ED, Blossomed for Purpose.
Blossomed for Purpose. Awesome.
Yes, we're going to have a YouTube channel where we'll share videos for the mothers as well. So, and that channel is also titled Blossom for Purpose. And then there'll be a podcast that will provide more mentorship to the moms.
Hey, so make sure y'all tap in. Y'all know what
For
I
real.
say. Pull up.
Pull up. Hey, she cocked the wheel on it too. Pull on up.
Go on and pull up. For Blossomed for Purpose. For young tweens and teens, females to help you get the basics of this journey. It is a long journey, but it doesn't have to be a difficult journey.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So come and get the necessities that you need in order to smooth out the process of the road that we call life on a daily basis. And these are gems. Sometimes it's the simplest things that make the journey worthwhile. And you have individuals that will be there to guide you through and navigate through those processes. So pull up to Blossomed for Purpose.
Yes, make sure you do that.
Yeah, follow. You say it's gonna be YouTube, social media platforms, but also websites. So, all right,
I need to give you the website. The website is actually titled Women of Fire.
Women.
www.womenofire.org. Womenoffire.org.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
She ain't playing around.
Yeah, she not. Like she hustling.
Activate.
Yes. on several levels. Like, man, you out hustling the hustle.
Right. The perfect guest. The perfect guest.
I like that.
Yeah.
Women. Say that one more time. Women of fire, right? Women of fire.
Of fire.
Wow.org.
That blossom for purpose. You know, it
blossom
all ties.
For purpose is
it all ties in.
It does. You blossom to be a woman of fire.
That's right. Absolutely.
See, I made the connection.
Yes.
Yes. I made the connection, man. So moving on. I don't want to get on my soapbox. I was about to get on my soapbox, but this is about you. So this is about you. You have the embodiment of what the hustle means, right?
Yes, she does.
And the hustle is not for self. Right. Self is intertwined in that, but the hustle is about what you can do, what you can provide, so that others can move up and navigate these hardships, right? And to hear your backstory, a little bit of your backstory, to see what it took to get through, but not just through to settle. You did what was necessary to get through, and then went even further, right? You turned that in to be a servant, which we all are, for those in the community, in a particular niche, as I'm gonna call it, right? Focus group, if you will, for women and young ladies coming up, so that they can avoid the red tape and the hazard signs that life throws out there when you don't have the proper guidance.
And I think when you said don't have the proper guidance, that's huge. That's huge, because a lot of people don't, and yeah, that part is huge. Yeah,
that's amazing. You have in the short amount of time. I mean, that's an amazing journey. Like, I'm still thinking about her talking about her journey, like what she went through. Like, it's stuck in my head. I'm like, I want to go back to it, but I can't.
Now, Hustle, I'm still stuck on the 5 books that she said that she didn't publish.
Yeah.
What nuggets can I find in those? What do you plan on doing anything with those books at any point in time ever?
Those books do not represent who I am today.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
So that's the old me. That's drama. That's you want to hear about some men and how they be acting, and yeah, that's what that is. When I wrote those books, I was actually inspired by the author Zane. I had read her book Addicted,
Zane.
And I can feel all these emotions. My book has to be the same way.
Right.
And I 5 times, and like I said, God was like, you're not going to publish that. So I can only imagine what that would look like if I had published those books and then be sitting here with you today talking about how good God is. They'd be like, well, I remember when you had wrote that story about, so.
I mean, yeah, I understand that, but at the same time, I come from the vein that we can't have a testimony without the test.
True.
There's no purpose without the hardships. You know what I mean? Like, we're given a start date. We don't know what the end date is. You know what I mean? But in that journey aspect, we grow and we evolve. I'm not the same person I was yesterday that I am right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I understand why it is no longer you. But it also helped mold you to be who you are. So there's lessons learned in what that is, and in the media world and stuff like that. I get it, because some people put you into that corner and you can never come from out of it. Right.
And I think the overall thing that I took from that is the fact that you had to be incredibly disciplined to obey that.
Yeah.
Because there's a market.
There's a market for
a Zane book.
Yeah.
There's a market, and it could have been quite profitable. There's always a market for that type of literature. So for her to just to obey that
to be obedient
Yeah.
to the word, yeah, to the call.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I commend you, because some people would have just ran. They would they would have took a beeline and been like, we got volume 1, 2, 3, and 4 coming. you know what I mean? Like, it would have been that, you know, from from the streets of the stars
Names have been changed to protect the
TBN.
innocent.
Like,
yes.
that's a hard pitch to sell right there, man.
Yeah, so that's even more commendable for what she's doing today with her literature.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. That would be funny. That'd be a funny movie. I ain't gonna lie to you. That would be a funny movie. But talk to me. You said a production company. I did hear that.
Right.
So talk to me about the production company and what is the objective for the production company?
Well, I am an actress. So
all right, okay.
I got a little bit. Caesar, now be still. Now let me stop.
I love to write. So, and I have been writing plays for a really, really long time. I have put on a few stage plays at churches, things that I've actually written, and they were commended upon. They did well, but I don't know. Like, acting's my thing. I love to act. I'm doing a really good job keeping my composure right now.
Nah, it's free. Let me go and get your best line. Let's see.
What's my best line? I don't have a best line.
Come on. What you gonna do? Byron, what we gonna do?
What?
You know, come on, act one of your. Let me see one of your lines from that you've written from one of your plays. I want to see these skills on display.
I can't do that right now.
What? Oh man,
I can't. I can't. I don't know why, but I just can't. I'm not.
She has to. She gets in that mode for that role, right?
Okay.
I do. I got it. My mind, everything got to be right there.
She gotta get in mode. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you said, because the way you said I am an actress.
She sat up when she said it.
She sat up with it. I was like, oh snap!
That's
like she went. She flipped the switch.
She sat up though. So she's serious.
Yeah, she flipped the switch, boy. I was like, boy, this is okay. We have a little unapologetic hustle movie going on right now. Sitcom, little improv show. Like, man. Let me stop. I'm being too foolish. I'm sorry. I apologize, people. I apologize. So production company, you've written plays. What's the plans? I mean, you see yourself having something releasing in the coming months, or what does that timeline look like for you?
So what I thought was I was supposed to release my first play in August. I had put it together, and then when COVID-19 happened, I was like, nope, that wasn't it. So I don't really know yet. Wow. I don't really know.
Wow.
I'm just waiting. My job is to do. I do, and I wait until the appointed time. And when the appointed time comes, I'm ready for action.
Got you. It's hard to wait sometimes. I'm one of those. Yeah, I'm a doer, and I'm like, I'm going now. We gonna figure out the rest later. But I'm going.
Yeah. I'm a little safe, and I'm a perfectionist. So
okay.
Like I don't know if I'm ready. I kind of like test the water, see if it feels just right. If it feels just right, well, let's try. So, but I'm a planner by heart. That's I love to plan. I can plan. I mean, I execute. I'm gonna have to get people to come execute, but I'm gonna plan. I'm playing to the T.
So, do you prefer to stay like in a stage play I guess genre, or are you looking to like expand beyond those type of productions?
No, I thought by now I would have been an actress. I didn't think I would be in the military. I thought I'd been an actress and doing my thing. But of course, I just believe that pride kept me from getting ahead. Like my mindset, the way I was thinking, how I was gonna do things. Like I just feel like really I was just saved from a road of destruction. Put it like that.
Wow.
So I believe that in due season it'll happen.
Right.
But right now, that's just it's one step at a time.
Wow. You were saved. You feel that you were saved from a road of destruction.
Mm-hmm.
That, I mean, your ability to identify what may have been disastrous to your growth. I'm amazed by it.
The level of self-awareness.
Yeah.
And that's
me.
Yeah. And the fact that she has mastered that, that tells me, just from an outsider looking in, there's not too many tricks that you can put a self-aware person into.
Right.
Because they know their vices.
They know, absolutely. It's like, no, I can't go down that road because if I go down that road.
Because I know that A will lead to B, B will lead to C.
Yeah.
That makes a person powerful. Knowing your own weaknesses is just as important as knowing your own strengths. I'm learning so much today. With my front row seat with Miss Renee.
Look, I got a front row seat too. Like I'm sitting here like
so much today.
Like I want somebody else to come in and start asking questions because I'm like, I want to sit here and listen to what she got to say.
Right, she is dropping nuggets for everybody on FBRN.us. I'm sure that they're enjoying this as much as we are. Miss Renee, is there anything on your bucket list that you haven't that's not in your immediate future, but maybe down the line somewhere? I know you said acting when the time is right. Is there anything else? You write, you act, you've done a lot.
I haven't got married.
There it is. There it is.
Where is he at?
Where is he?
There it is.
Look, we go look the unapologetic love boat. Finding Mr. Right.
The thing is, with all of the people watching on Facebook Live and listening on FBRN.us, that I don't think that she's gonna have a problem with that. She's successful, and she knows where she's going in life. She's an awesome mother. She's like you said, transparent, strong.
Look, I'm gonna have to channel my
faithful.
inner Steve Harvey, man, and we're gonna have to set you up with we have a panel of men for you to sit here and interview real quick.
They better ask the right questions. But I mean, that's gonna be a done deal, because you said in the opening of the show that you're preparing yourself during the single times to be that person. Mm-hmm. And so I really, that jumped out to me as well, and I really respect that. That's a foregone conclusion. I was thinking along the lines of skydiving or
like
that's gonna happen for you.
She's
right?
Like,
that's not that we didn't count that as something far fetched for you.
Yeah, she says plain and simple, jump in the broom.
Threw the hand out there like this one.
Yeah, I'm missing that now.
Oh man, that's awesome.
That is
that is awesome.
The transparency is so refreshing.
What? What? Oh, that is amazing. So talk to me about
right,
your
she's got
podcast.
us off our game right now.
Yeah, talk to me about your podcast.
Yes.
What does your podcast entail, and how can people follow?
Okay, before I can tell you that, let me tell you a story.
All right,
I'm ready.
All right.
Before there was Rachiel Renea, there was a Lady Mo. Okay.
Lady Mo.
I'm gonna Google Lady Mo.
Lady Mo.
Okay.
Lady Mo was off the chain. Lady Mo kept it real. She kept it 100. And Lady Mo led a podcast titled Sex, Love, and Christ.
Uh-oh.
I'm getting ready to walk you through what it looks like to keep yourself and give yourself to your mate. Because we're not going to go there. It's not on your show. Shut up. Okay.
I got to mute myself.
but what it looks like to love and the right way to love, because some people are confused as to what love should look like. And then just basically just fill people in on what it means to have a relationship with Christ, a walk with Christ, and understand that you go mess up every day because you're flesh, you're human. But because we are who we are and Christ is who he is, that's what makes the connection so that much more awesome. So just teach people that. So I said, okay, Lord, this was in the beginning of August. I said, I think it's time for us to revamp. I just self-published the book, and my identity now is Rachiel Renea. Rachiel means motherly and Renee means rebirth. So I think we should probably go ahead and begin to retire Sex, Love, and Christ. Do you not know within 24 hours, I got an email from my podcast platform that said, we have deleted your show. I was like, okay, Lord, I didn't ask you to do all that. Off the market, and then here you just like, okay, it's about time. Lady Mo gone. She's gone. Now, so I said, oh, okay. So Blossom for Purpose is truly a mentor. It's all about, okay, ladies. I interview a lot of single mothers who are doing it, who are just like, you know what, this happened. I'm a mother of this many children, or one child, or I got divorced, and I felt like I was at my wit's end. But God, and I was able to become a homeowner, or become. I talk to people to finance, and just different markets, and it's just like, wow. So they share their stories as to what they went through and how those same trials and tribulations strengthen them for their purpose. Because again, like I shared with you in the beginning, we go through things because it's for our purpose. It's to blossom us for our purpose. So if through your walk with Christ, you learn that, these trials aren't for me, but it's for you. Because when God does a work in me and shows me that I can do all things through him, I can come to you and say, it was through him that I made it. It's through him where I am today. It is through him as where I stand, and you be encouraged. So I use their stories to encourage these ladies on Blossom for Purpose, the podcast.
Wow. She doing it, man. Blossom for Purpose. Yo, the podcast. So Lady Mo has been retired. Blossom for Purpose is in full effect. Lord, Lady Mo has been retired. Okay, let's keep Lady Mo.
So there's no sense in trying to Google any old episodes.
Oh, it's still out there.
Come on, this is the internet, because I wrote all of this stuff down, and I have a laptop right in the other room.
We try to find out.
No, I'm just saying, just to see, so we can have a tangible sense of the growth.
Yeah,
because we're talking to the here and now, and I would.
She said Lady Mo was off the chain, so I'm sure somebody got something somewhere.
Is that just M-O, or is that M-O-E?
M-O.
Lady Mo.
Yeah, Lady Mo.
Lady Mo. Wow. All right, but we on our Blossom for Purpose now.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Let's not dive back into Lady Mo. She has since transitioned. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
She has taken on the Phoenix route and, has been reborn.
Yes.
All right. So Blossom for Purpose is what it is. Okay.
Yes.
Still great content. Sex. What she say?
It was. I wrote it down. It was Sex, Love, and Christ.
Okay, just on a different level. Okay. All right. So the podcast. So mainly single mothers that are or primarily single mothers that are going through. So have you ever thought about having single fathers come on?
Okay, so a few days ago, it kind of crossed my mind, like, should I have men on my podcast?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I don't really know. I don't really know, like, what motivation they can give a woman, because I'm trying to motivate single mothers.
Right. Yeah.
And
I guess
to be honest with
the
you,
vein of having just the full perspective, right? Because there's some similarities there, in a sense of when you're talking about parenting, you know what I mean? So just the vein of, say, mothers having. I mean, I was primarily raised by a single mother, right? Just in the rearing aspect of males, or males,
right, myself as well. Yeah,
single mother or single fathers raising daughters. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's some tangible things that can be just communicated for the knowledge base, not in to disparage any one side against the other, but just awareness, I guess, in a sense. And that's primarily why I asked, would you have males or have considered males coming onto your show?
I do have one male guest that will be coming onto the show, and that's kind of like a let's see what happens type situation.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not against it. I don't, like I was gonna say a moment ago, like for me as a mother of boys, I tell my son all the time, I can't teach you or tell you what it means or show you how you're supposed to be as a man. I can't teach you that. All I can teach you is how I want to be treated as a woman.
Right.
So, I don't know. There's something that I gotta truly, really think about.
Wow. Yeah. That's good. That's dope. I mean, the encouragement aspect in the lane of educating young women, and what that looks like, that resonates with when they're at that age and start looking for a mate,
right?
In that sense, to identify, no, we don't really align there, or
right.
I'm here in my life and you're not there yet, so I don't need to force this type of relationship, just because I want one. You know what I mean? So that's great. I love that you do that in that capacity.
Right.
You know what I mean? And everything ties together. That's the thing that I'm really, really picking up on.
Yes.
Like, everything ties together.
And with everything tying together, I have a question, because when she said she was a sports fan, you already know that my legs start shaking over here. But it's not a sports question in the typical form that you would think. I'm asking her as a mother of a potential athlete that could be worth, let's just call it millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Let's just put that number out there in the atmosphere, and we're going to speak life into that.
Yeah.
Do you have, now you said that you were a planner. Did you, are you developing a plan for him, knowing that he's that talented? Like you said, he's good at all sports. Are you thinking maybe one sport over another, maybe baseball over football, track over basketball? Have you planned that out, or are you just kind of letting his athleticism kind of dictate where it takes him in the future?
Well, remember, I don't tell my children which way to go.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Schools to succeed. So just recently I asked my son, I said, because he was like, I'm doing football. Where did this come from? Because we've been training basketball for the past 5 to 8 years.
Right.
He was doing football, amazing. And he said, I don't like contact sports anymore. I was disappointed, but I had to respect that. So he came home excited. Mom, I'm doing football. I'm going to do basketball. I said, are you sure? He said, yes. So here's my take. Whatever you want to do, I'm going to pray that the Lord give you the funds to invest. So if that means I get you a personal trainer or a coach that can work with you one-on-one to better your skill.
Wow.
And technique, then that's what I'm going to do. So, and I told him, I said, I've invested in me already. I've already done that. And when I chose to become a mother, I chose that I no longer invest in myself fully, but now I got to make sure that you guys are taken care of. So I choose to invest in him in whatever way possible. I might need these kind of shoes. For what? Well, because these are to support my ankle better. Okay, I'll do the research. He do the research too. He brings it to me. This is compare the two. Okay, I got it. Is it what you need? We'll go and get it. There's this thing called the gun. Have you heard of it? It's like this big. It's like some machine. It reminds you of Coach Pitch, not Coach Pitch, but the batting cage. The ball goes into the net, and then it goes through the gun and shoots back out at the player using the chest pass. So it's $2,500. He's like, Mama, I need the gun. Unfortunately, he will never have the gun. So I'm like, chest pass. I'll get your rebounds and throw your chest pass, but yeah, I just believe in making sure that he has what he needs to be successful.
That is awesome. During the break, her answers are so awesome. During the break, Marcus was telling me he didn't know that this was happening to be on my bucket list, but that he got to stand there for senior night on the football field.
Yeah,
when the parents get to come on, and that's something that was always on my bucket list, to be standing there with my child, being going through the athletics, being there as a senior, and that big moment, that proud moment, and they bring you out there. And I asked him, did you peacock chest? And he said, no. I was like, man, I would have. And my eyes just got big. I can't wait for you to have that moment when you're walking out there and it's senior night and you hug them and the crowd is going crazy and all that stuff. So that just gave me goosebumps. So that's why I was just wondering with her because of the conversation that we had. But
yeah, no, I relished in the moment last night. I took a step back. It's like, oh, we got here, but I know, I talk to my boys often and we talk about where they want to go and what I can do to get there. So I know that last night was, even though it was rewarding for him, it wasn't a final destination. Like when he starts hitting the next level, and then hopefully he gets to the NFL like his uncle, then it's like, oh yeah, I don't care what team you go play for, I'm repping to the hardest. My chest gonna stay on swole.
You two, Marcus and Miss Renee, y'all are walking bucket list check off marks. Now we live in Texas where sports is king. Yeah. And not every parent gets the opportunity to do that. Well, I think, we all grow up and at one point in time we want to be Magic or Kareem or something like that. The fact that your children are excelling in athletics and you all are being able to be a part of it, I think that is just awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, and you say your son is 14, right?
He's 14, freshman in high school.
Freshman. Oh, yeah.
And already needing the gun. He's going to be a monster in 3 years.
Yeah.
Mama, you better make sure you got that chest pass ready.
Right. No, Mama, you get that meek ready when they call that, when the family get to sit backstage, they keep the camera on the family. So he always gets up and hugs Mama first. So
hug Mama first, boy.
So I can't wait to see your draft day outfit.
It's going to be tight.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, yeah. So, all right. So we've gone from the hardships up front through the rotations of being a mother.
Yeah.
To talking about some of the relationships and why they happen and what you needed to do to pivot in those instances. But we've gone from that to talking about your service. Again, thank you for your service.
Yes, absolutely.
The 13
Thank
years that you
Thank
have
you.
invested in that entity. We've talked about the foundation and what that aims to do. Blossom for purpose. How you're focusing on tweens and teens at a pivotal, at a critical,
very, very critical,
very critical development age, which is amazing. This is amazing. We've gone down the road of the production company, stage plays. Like I'm recalling all of this stuff. Like
today has been a book.
It has been.
Like this has been a book of information, and I have thoroughly enjoyed this. Like, thank you so much for your honesty and your transparency and for being a light today.
Indeed.
She really doesn't really understand. She's been a light to us in this studio today.
Yeah.
And the timing of you coming on was ordained. I'm gonna say that.
Indeed.
And we so needed your light today. And thank you, because these 2 hours just flew by. My God, I can't believe it's almost 1 o'clock.
Like we here.
She's been a delight to talk to. Very honest, very upfront, and I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Miss Double R,
Double R in the house.
Put some hot back in it. Let me try to put some hot back. I'm over here sipping some Zen tea without Zen tea.
Enjoying the show.
I want to give you some time to express to my following what you want them to know about you, things that you have going that they can be a part of, but ultimately some nuggets that you want them to leave with. And I'll leave it at that for you to express what that is for you, and then we'll begin to close out the show.
Let's see, where do I start? Honestly, Blossom for Purpose is in the startup, you guys. It's a nonprofit. Like I said, it's for women and daughters who just truly need direction and who truly need that guidance. It's all going to be spiritual. It's all going to be out of love. It's all going to be genuine. We're not here to condemn. We're here to just help and point you in the right direction. So if any of you have a skill set that you believe would be an asset to Blossom for Purpose, then truly send me an email with your resume to contact@womenoffire.com. Contact@womenoffire.com. And just let me know exactly what it is that you have that you can provide to the organization. Take a look at my website. Go check it out. www.womenoffire.org, and let me know your thoughts. Let me know your feedback. If you have any suggestions, maybe there's something that you want us to do or a program or anything that you think could be an asset to the community as a whole. Share your insight with us. We would love to hear. We would love to take donations. I'll take $1. I'll take 50 cents. I believe that whatever you have to offer will always be an addition and a blessing to the kingdom. So if you are led to donate, please visit our website and provide donations as well. In my going, I would just want to encourage you to just believe that there is nothing that you cannot do. Our motto at Blossom for Purpose is everything you need is inside of you. You don't have to go looking for it. You don't have to go searching for it. And it's not about you. It's about being a servant, and it's about being able to help and serve others. So if you feel inspired, if you feel led on today to just be a blessing to someone else, then by all means, be that blessing. You can start You can start today. You can start small. I started small. I felt like I was supposed to, I should be a millionaire if I could give back. That's not the case. You can take from your own pocket and give to others what you can give. And that is a blessing within itself for not just you, but for that person that you're helping and you're inspiring. And I just believe that as you continue to add and be a blessing to other people, the more that you receive. When we start walking around with our hand out and start walking around and start to give from that hand, there's the limit to what you can obtain and give. There's no limit at all. But if anything, put Christ first in everything that you do.
Awesome. PL, final words, man.
My final words is make sure that that you go back and like and share this message. If you're catching it late, you can catch Marcus Stone on Facebook, fbrn.us. You can also catch him on his other platforms as well. Just want to reiterate that it's womenoffire.org, Blossom for Purpose. Make sure that you all check that out. Make sure you all support. You're investing in your own future by doing so.
Indeed. We normally close out with the hustle moment, and we still will, but we're gonna take care of some community news here in a moment. So check this out. Early voting is coming, and voter registration is nearing the end. If you have not done so, get those things done. Register to vote. Your life depends on it. And make sure that you early vote. Don't wait until the last minute to try and make your voice be heard. Let's get out early and make it happen up front. All right. In addition to that, your boy has been nominated for, it's award season. It is award season. Your boy's been nominated for a couple of awards. One here on the network, two here on the network, FBRN.US network. You can go and nominate the Unapologetic Hustle to be Show of the Year. And then you can also vote to have your boy hopefully take home the trophy to be Host of the Year here on Fishbowl Radio Network.
See, this show right here was the Show of the Year. And you the host of the show, so that's a default. It's double sweep right there.
A double sweep.
This show today, this episode was the Show of the Year.
Man, indeed. But also we've been nominated to be the local radio personality in the DFW by Dallas Weekly. So voting for that will start on October 13th. So the same day that early voting starts here in the DFW area or in Texas. So make sure you vote your boy to be local radio personality for Dallas Weekly. But after that, turn around and go and early vote at your local poll.
Yes,
so
please do.
Do that. But here it is, your hustle moment, man. In the beginning, I told y'all today is a day. It's a special day. It's a tough one, personally, but I want to leave you with this. I always talk about investing in the currency that we have, which is time. We don't know how much time we're given. We just know that we're given time, so that you have to make the valued and actionable effort to use that time wisely. People come in and out of our lives, and we don't know what that looks like, how that transpires, or what they will actually bring or take away from us in our journeys. But hold on to your loved ones. If you have not told somebody that you love them, make sure you do that. We're not guaranteed the next second. We're not guaranteed the next millisecond, next minute, next hour. So in investing that currency that we have, the most precious currency that we have, which is time, make sure that you let those that are close to you, even your enemies, know that you love them, because it's not promised. Activate your hustle. Get out and vote. But most importantly, be loved. You know how we do it each and every week. We come to you live from Fishbowl Radio Network, powered by Bashani Radio app, Fishbowl Radio Network, right here in Globe Life Park. I'm your boy, Hustle, man. We'll catch you on next Saturday. You know what it is. We out of here.
Yes, sir. Yeah. They tell me all the time, Levi,